Taking our walk again, like we do every day. It does make me feel good though when I can get to work and there's that bird again. That same bird probably. Good morning to you too, Yaki. Um, Makes me feel good when I can get to work and talk to people and say, hey, I took my 20-minute walk this morning. It just feels good even having those words come out of my mouth, honestly. I can't believe I'm actually doing it, but I am. Show you what I'm wearing today. I like this outfit. It's another one of those specialties from my husband's wife. Okay, let me show you. Hillary gave me. Here's my pants. And my pretty shirt. I think it kind of matches. I've been kind of proud of myself lately for, sorry about the buzzing noise. That was my alarm. Telling me to probably wake up, most likely. Uh-oh, something went wrong. Tap to retry. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Oh my gosh. Brain, engage. Too early in the morning for this, I guess. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Yes, definitely. Abide by the community guidelines. Like anybody ever does. Not even half the time. Anyway, abide by my guidelines, which is no swearing, no violent, graphically nasty, gory talk, and no perversion, of course. That's been my rules for quite. Again, it's showing Weetsy, sorry, Weetsy bet. It's showing you in here, but it's saying 0 above. So I don't know. There could be 20 people in here for all I know, and I don't know because it doesn't show me the right number. Anyway, I won't look at the number. I'll just look at who comes in and starts chatting. I think that guy drives down the road every day, probably going, where's she going now? She's always walking. Yep, I like to get the walk out of the way in the mornings because that way, when I want to do my other exercises later, if I decide to, I got the walk all underway, you know. Anyhow, I don't remember what day today is as far as exercise thing that I'm going to be doing, but I did get some other medicine yesterday at the hospital, not for my head. My head's pretty good today. I still have kind of a dull, achy feeling in my head. I don't know. I think when you fall down with such force, it kind of jostles things around. I probably should see a chiropractor, but I know how it goes with chiropractors. You start seeing them and you have to keep seeing them. And if you're aching from what they did, you just got to keep being brave and going back. And at some point I give up because the pain of going and having everything manipulated is sometimes worse than just braving the original pain, at least to me. But chiropractors are good to an extent. It's just not something I care to do on a regular basis for the rest of my life. So, yeah. I kind of go on an as needed basis, I guess. So today is beautiful out. The sun is shining in the sky over there. Oh, you can actually see the sun coming up. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't want to blind myself. Such a nice day. Good day for a walk. What's new with y'all? What's going on, Weezy Bat? What's happening? I know there was a live stream by a familiar YouTuber whose name I will not mention last night. A couple of them, actually. I popped in on it and I was like, same old, boring, you know, not really my thing. I just, I don't know, I'm not feeling the YouTube-y vibe anymore, where I really want to be here for much of what's going on. So thankfully I have a job that keeps me off of YouTube and off of social media and pretty much off of the computer for the most part. Marco Polo's with my daughter Amber, back and forth. We talk about life and all things. I have my Facebook people, friends and family and such. And honestly, staying off of YouTube was probably the best thing I ever did for myself, because I don't have to deal with all the crazy riffraff I've had to deal with in the past. I feel pretty good about that. I'm just watching around myself because it is an early morning walk and you don't know who's out. There are some crazy people in this world. I don't think encountering it. Oh, and there it goes again, reconnecting. Look at these cool plants. I don't know what they are. Cattails? They're not pussy willows. Pussy willows are like those soft ones. Those are like cattails, I think. Wild cattails. Really pretty. Here's the clearing over near where I live. Very pretty atmosphere. I live in a very pretty area for sure. Just not in a very nice house. Although it's getting there. So my ex brought me something yesterday. I'll show you guys when I get back to the house. It's a fold-up tent, like a big tent. I don't know where he even got it, but that man finds stuff that nobody can find. He always was a good junk collector. Junker, I guess they call him. And he gave me this tent. At least I think he gave it to me. It's in my yard anyway. And I had been talking about putting an attachment onto the outside door. Because I remember back when I was married to my second husband, Celestino, we lived in a trailer. And it was literally just a normal sized trailer. But at some point, he claims he built it. I don't think he did. But at some point, there was a room built onto the doorway of the trailer. You know, like if you've seen trailers, there's that door that you go in. Well, this was like a big room, and then the doorway was part of it. It's kind of like a sunroom, I guess they call it, or like an enclosed deck. That's another, the more up-to-date, I guess, politically correct term, whatever you want to say. So he had this big room built onto the trailer, and it looked like a lot bigger than the actual trailer was, and it felt bigger inside when you were in there. So I was like, well, I'm in this little tiny house, 523 square feet. What can I do to make it feel bigger? Because I really do need, I know I'm just a little person, but I need just one more room, just one more space, one more part of that place to make it feel not so like being in a sardine can, basically. So I talked to Roland about it, and he told me it would cost thousands of dollars to build it. And I said, well, sinkers or sinkholes, or I don't know what they're called, not sinkholes, but you have to dig holes and put these like cylindrical shaped poles in there or something. Ugh. Oh, okay. No, you're fine. You're at work. I get it. Anyway, if you want to build something, actually, I appreciate that. Thanks for listening. If you want to build something actually part of a house, like another room, you have to sink it down into the dirt, like a certain amount of feet, okay? And it has to be approved by, yes, that means approval. Ugh. Sorry, this thing keeps flipping. I don't know why. It keeps saying something went wrong. So, as I was saying, you have to meet the county or the township or whatever approval in order to add a room onto a building. Unless the room or the thing is above ground. Like, I don't even think we can have a trailer on our property. There's so many rules and regulations where I live. So if I could put that tent out there, maybe put some like temporary walls on it, but not like make it a firm solid room, then I might be able to do that. And it would make my house feel bigger. I'd have one other area I could go out into. I mean, it wouldn't be very protective. Somebody could obviously just break through the canvas walls or whatever I have up, but it still would make me feel less cluttered in, if you know what I mean. So I don't know what Roland's plan is with that tent, if he's even giving it to me, but I assume he is, because I know him and Pam live in an apartment, so they're not going to really need something like that or be able to even put it up, most likely. I So I'm assuming he gave it to me. Anyway, I I know I talk about my house like it's not a very nice house, it's not very pretty, it's not a real house. I say that all the time. But honestly, when I think about the economy right now and how much it costs to actually buy a house, or even rent an apartment for that matter in this area, I'm pretty grateful. There's not many people that own houses, and mine's standing pretty good. I mean, it may not be the creme de la creme. It's not even a normal size house. It's bigger than a lot of people have, I can tell you that. But I am pretty thankful about it, that I have one, and that it's not something I have to make payments on. I own it free and clear, it's mine. So there is that. That's pretty cool. But then people look and go, well, what is it you own? I mean, there's not much there. Well, truth, there isn't. But it's mine. And I can fix it up. I can do what I want. I can hang what I want on the walls. I can paint it whatever color I want. I could paint it stars and stripes if I want. I mean, obviously not the outside, but yeah, the inside definitely. Because you can't do anything to depreciate from the property because there's still people living on the street that wouldn't like that. But I can pretty much do what I want, and that's the point that I'm making. So I need to be grateful for that, and I'm doing my best to feel that way, honestly. Very, truly grateful. That's one less thing, I guess, that I have to work towards or save up money for or try to figure out. Husbandless again, and I meet somebody new and they actually have a good job and some money, then maybe I will move. I don't know. But it has to be a situation where my cats will be safe and I'll be safe, and it's in a safe area and it's in a good area and it's a nice place, because I'm not giving up my comfort talking about. And this, my connection is weird and this morning, which is why I never could go on and do this before. So I figured, oh good, now I can do this, but maybe not. Maybe it's still wonky. Not sure. Debating which way to go. Maybe I'll go down this way a little bit. I just want to entangle myself with any creepy dogs that might tear me limb from limb on live video, which would be horrible. For me and for you. Anyhow. Yeah, there's thankfully a lot of peace in this area. I don't fear for my life usually walking down the street at any time, day or night. Well, more so in the day. Sometimes there's some unsavory folks in the evening time, because there's still gangs and people like that around here. I don't know any gang members, but, well, I did when I used to work at that other school I worked at. But for the most part, no, everybody's pretty decent and safe. Anyhow, I am going to turn around. I think I need to go and take a little break in a little while before I go to work. So I'm heading back to the domicile at this point. We're up to 14 minutes. I don't know, I might not make it 20 minutes today. We'll see. I'm just walking and talking, and we'll see as time passes how much I make it. But I'm definitely committed and doing this every day, like I told you. My goal is to get up to 30-minute walks. And I don't want to go much past that, because I want it to be something that meets my SMART goals, which means they're measurable, but they're also attainable. So I want to stick with something I know I will do faithfully, hopefully the rest of my life, but there may be days I don't. I'm giving myself some leeway in that. So attainable for me would be 30 minutes at the most, I think. And even that's pushing it. 20 minutes might be a more attainable goal most days, because I do walk a lot on my job, up and down stairs. So I can include that in there too. I feel like though some days that as much as I walk, as much as I move around and do stuff, I should be like Twiggy, skinny. But I'm not. So it could be other things too, like I recently started cutting way back on sugar, so maybe that will help. Who knows? Time will tell, and pictures will show, weights will show. I don't know. I stood on the scale at the hospital. It was 84.7, was my poundage. So I can't remember what that is in actual pounds, because that's the kilograms actually, not the pounds. I don't know why I said poundage. Kilograms. 84.7 kilograms. Way too much for my little tiny frame, of course. But I'm also not sitting around saying, oh well, I'm fat, that's life. You know, don't body shame me. No. I don't want to be body shamed. Nobody wants to be shamed at all, period. Don't shame anybody unless they did something shameful. And the way your body looks, I mean, it's a shame that maybe you eat the wrong way and allow your body to get like that, yeah. But as far as being ashamed of being a person in any way, shape, or form, that's not fair to do that to somebody. They probably already feel ashamed. I don't really feel ashamed when I goof up and eat something I shouldn't. I just feel like, oop, little bump in the road. Time to get back up on the horse, so to speak, the next day or the next moment. Usually I don't wait a whole day. If I eat a dinner or something and say there's sour cream in it. Yesterday we went to Taco Bell and there was sour cream on the potatoes. Very little. I ate it. Oh, whatever. I took some medicine, so I kind of needed a little bit of something to coat my stomach, I guess, because it's a really strong antibiotic, Macrobid. So I ate the sour cream on the potatoes. So I didn't beat myself up like, oh, shame on you. You ate a dairy product. You're not supposed to do that. You're mostly vegan. Well, yeah, mostly. And that's my theory. It's mostly. It's when I can. It's as much as I can. I stay vegan. And I've been doing pretty good with it. For the most part, I eat lots of vegetables. However, antibiotics cause a problem with your elimination system, let's say. I don't want to be gross because people might be eating breakfast, I'm sure. But I don't want to eat a lot of roughage right now because I don't have any issue with that situation. So I don't want to add, as they say, insult to injury by having too much of that stuff that aids in the process. Read between the lines. So like today, I'm having like a little bit of vegetables because you got to have your veggies. But I'm mostly eating a piece of grains of the earth bread with some PB2 peanut butter, some celery with peanut butter, and some applesauce. And I think I have a couple pretzel sticks in there. That's pretty much my lunch. I probably will have some oatmeal before I go to work. I don't even know what time it is. I need to check. Oh, it's 7:03. Okay, we're good. So yeah, I'll have some oatmeal before I go to work, most likely, to kind of solidify everything and give me the good feeding of my gut bacteria. And then I'll be good for the day. Hi, Mav. There's the Mav Meister. Hi, Mav. Hi, Mav. Hi, handsome. What you doing out here, buddy? Yeah? I know. And there's Michi over there. Oops, I'm not walking. I need to keep walking. My time is not up yet, but 3, 2, 1. I should be done. And we're done. Okay. Okay, going in, Mav? All right, so y'all. Oh, I'm going to show you the tent. I promised I would. Hold on. You know me, always full of surprises, always something happening. Never a dull moment. Hopefully I'm one of the interesting channels. All right. This is the tent I told you about. A rather large tent. I don't know how big it actually looks when it's up because I haven't done that yet. But I think Roland got it for me so that I could put it on the outside of my house and make it feel a little bit bigger. If not, then I'm wrong and he just got it and isn't sure what he's doing with it like he tends to collect junk and do. Anyway, it's past 20-minute mark. I'm going to go for now. Nobody's really saying anything, so I assume my time here is done for the morning and I need to go in and have some oatmeal, like I said, and take a pit stop, basically. And then I'm off to work. Have a blessed day, everybody. Thanks for paying attention and listening, or maybe I'm your background noise while you work or while you take your own walk. I'm happy to be that. So appreciate every one of you. I hope you have a blessed day and a wonderful day and a safe day. And I'll talk to you soon. Shalom.